Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a much warmer 27-degree day. I chuckled because Kelly was mad. She was trying to get the ice out of the one of these galvanized buckets that we leave in with the girls, and I come out and she's out here and I hear bang, bang, bang. She's slamming that bucket on the ground. So anyway, she grabs another bucket to get some water from inside. Thankfully, that was the newer of the two. And I come out and I get the car out and stuff. You just wrap, because of the shape of those buckets, you just kind of wrap them lightly with a hammer and it shatters the ice and it falls out, you know. And so I fill it up with the water. There's the water inside the shop. Fill it up with that water, and yeah, it's pouring. She's pouring that water out. She dented up the bucket so bad it leaks. Silly little woman. I think she's mad at me because I showed her something. She was she was frustrated. She was cutting loose on that bucket. What a way to start the morning. Said, "Come down, Mama. It's too early to get all fired up." My doggone ice wouldn't come out of there. It's okay. I tried to save a horse bucket, the big ones. Kelly goes, "You're gonna break." Bang! Broke it. So I've done it too. We've all done it. Anyway, 27 feels a whole lot better than 12 and even 22 last night. We're doing the goodbye. But let's bust out a Tuesday. It is the 31st, the last day of January. Not quite as sunny coming south, but it was still a very nice drive.
It was.
You know, it's weird that somehow or another has a calming effect. The crazy people aren't out when it's nice. It's like the worse the weather, the dumber they are.
I know.
Well, Mama?
Yes, sir.
Let's bust out a Tuesday. It's it's about what it was yesterday, about 35 when we got to work. So it just wasn't as cold in Toledo.
Yeah.
All right, Mama.
All right, Hubba.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
So I was transferring the files from a storage device of yesterday's vlog to the iPad, and woke up at about 2 o'clock this morning sitting at the desk. I crashed out, so I'm about to finish that vlog from yesterday and post that. So in yesterday's vlog, obviously I was riding this GS. Hasn't picked it up yet, probably because it's so cold out there. But yeah, even already getting comments and posts, and people are just trying to make way more out of this than what it is. Let me just put this to you as simply as this. Water, whether by climate, be how you drive it, do you do a lot of creek crossings, do you blast it with a pressure washer? Water gets in the cam or in the swing arm tunnel. So we do the test to make sure that hasn't been compromised. If it's over 37,000 miles, it just gets a new drive shaft. And of course, you're checking all the splines and everything. Clean and lube as needed. There's a little special tool that puts a vent in this upper boot. And then, as you know, the little drain down here, the little rubber thing, that allows any moisture in there to fall out. And then, you know, with venting that boot, that allows it to evaporate out of there. You use a special Kluber grease on the splines. There is no new drive shaft or the thing. It's something to do with angles of the drive. No, same drive shaft's being put right back in there again. There are two different part numbers, and that's strictly due to supply issue problems. They're having another vendor, at times, if needed, make some drive shafts. So there's two different part numbers out there. They are absolutely identical in every way. You cannot look at that thing and see the difference. None. There is no change. It's just moisture getting in there, and over time, it can corrode the splines, and just like the front sprockets on Spyders, they can fail. Also, the testing equipment is testing the universal joint at the rear, because water can pool in there, which, you know, that one I seen, literally water poured out. and it could compromise the U-joint because it's floating in water. I've never seen anything that extreme. I've had water drip out, but yeah, that's it. It's moisture in the swing arm tunnel that the drive shaft lives in, and it corrodes. And just like the sprockets on these, if you know, it seems to be people that ride in the rain a lot with the Spyders, you know, the BMW, you ride in all weather. That's it. Nothing more than that. Don't make anything more than this out of it. Moisture gets inside there. There's an update that lets the moisture escape now. Allows it to air out and escape. And if damage has been done, that's what the testing tool does. That's it. No more than that. No new parts, no new universal joints, nothing like that. So, anyway, man. Okay. So, about 1:30 in the afternoon here in the U.S. Pacific Coast time zone, I finally turned yesterday's vlog live. So, go get her. Well, hopefully you've gone there before now. But, man, I hate when someone opens one of my packages. Well, there's 3 things I got coming today. And I forgot that one of them's in the mailbox at home, is something small. And, well, I didn't think about it. So, the first one I open, I'm going, that's awfully heavy. What in the world? So, I open it up. It's something for someone else here at the store. I hate when someone opens my packages and stuff. Read the label before, but in all fairness, Kelly goes, there's your 3 things today. So that winch for the Bronco, lost my mind there. That's showing up on Thursday instead of Friday. But what showed up first is a little metal Fairlead. This one's the black one. And the one that's showing up at home is a blue one, because I thought all that stuff was going to show up late, and I was just going to have it delivered to the house. And anyway, I ended up with 2 of these things. But one's kind of got a blue anodized to it. And then, you know, the noisy steering servo on the TRX-4 Sport, the truck. I got a servo for that. So I'll probably put that thing on tonight and tinker with it. I love all the stuff it comes with. This is a different brand than what I put in the Bronco. Remember, it had a blue shell on it. But a lot of very positive reviews for these things. So, and it was like half the price. And the truck's much lighter and stuff like that. So that'll stop that. You know, these are what they call a coreless digital servo. So essentially it's brushless. And you won't get that sound out of it. Hopefully. I'll find out tonight when I get home and tinker with it. So another one of these is coming in the mail, and I just didn't even think when I opened that package. But yeah, tinkering around. Videos live. Amazon showed up, and all's good. Waiting for Thursday when that Winch shows up. Ah, dang. That thing just looks so cool. I don't even know if I'll ever even use it. I'm sure I'll play with it, but yeah, it's cool stuff. So I was experimenting. This is the one that's getting the new ignition switch assembly. So was it 18 and newer or 19 and newer with the TFT display, or actually LED display, it's not TFT. But all the radio stuff, taking the upper fairing off is a whole different ordeal. So I was experimenting by what we call taking the eye sockets out. That gives you tons of room. You can see, massive room. So I would like to have one of those here to see if it's worth trying. You can definitely get in here and get the switch disconnected, but the antenna wire, the way it routes down in the frame and comes through the firewall, comes down here, goes to the the desk module. This is your antenna wire here. It goes into the desk module. That could be a little tricky. There's the ignition switch wires in the frame. So with one of the newer ones, I probably could do it, but I have to look at it too, because the way it all wires in is a lot different. This is like, I mean, this goes all the way back to 2010, basically how it wires up. But as you can see, with the fairing off of it, just massive room. I can just literally sit down on a stool here and just disassemble this thing and put the parts in. So forgot that the gas cap, which is where the gas cap's at, but the seat was locked. There's yeah, you just gotta look at that thing. You can see it's very easy to get into. So actually, you can get into these things. I can even get into the trunk. And once you're in the trunk, you can get to the rest of them. But I can actually get in and open either one of the doors. I'm not going to explain that to you, but it is possible. It takes a long tool of a sort, and you get in there and get all that stuff undone. But anyway, let's put an ignition switch on this thing. That's the blue anodized, and that's the, whatever they call it. So there's the stock servo buried in there. Let's put this aftermarket one in there. Stop some of that crazy sound. And it's got way more power. There she is. Too bad the writing's upside down. Well, I got some dielectric grease on there. But it did require an extension cord, but I was able to run the extension cord on the inside. I got these little short ones. You can see the motor has an extension cord coming out right there. And I grease everything to make sure, dielectric grease, to make sure everything's cool. Everything's got a nice clean routing to it. One thing a little janky, I may undo that, kind of give her the old twist thing at some point, but there she is. Oh, and you notice, what do you not hear? You don't hear that little, if I get a bind on it, listen, it doesn't go cordless. That thing's got some power, boy. That thing will mess something up. Man, the servos on these things are, it's almost a must. Plus, you know, you hear that sound, you know, especially me, I'm trying to record these things when I'm driving, you know, and you got the motor making noise, get rid of that. And then the servo, I swear that stock Traxxas servo was getting louder every time I drove the thing. See these little portals right here? There's what they call rock lights that you can put in, and they shine down so you can see what's underneath the truck as you're as you're driving around. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I don't know, that reminds me of the kids driving around with their glow lights, you know, underneath their motorcycles and cars and stuff. So that's just not, I don't think that's very cool myself, but to each their own. I mean, it's out there. Actually, I think on the cars in like Washington, certain places, it's not even legal anymore. I think because they have different color light. I don't know the reason. But it does look cool, and that's all lit up underneath there. And if you're out there goofing around at night, you could definitely see the ground underneath your tires, so you can help yourself navigate about. So I don't know what to do with the rubbing of the tires. It's just, I mean, even with the stock tires, it does it anyway. They all do it. But these more squared off profile of these things, you know, just, you know, they're more rounded stock. And I think they were just, the edges are catching. So it sounds a lot worse than what it really is. And eventually, because they're painted on the inside, eventually that'll wear the paint off on the inside and you'll start seeing through the cover. I don't know, maybe find some tape or something to stick underneath there, to something that'll stick, but that'll probably rip the tape and it'll rip the paint. It's just, I guess, a part of doing this. Had to take that. I couldn't get to the Panhard bar underneath there with that gauge on there. I mean, you can take some other stuff off and get to it, but this is sitting here on right now. No sounds. That stock servo, you literally just can't stop it from making sound. It's just, I had them both hooked up, and I was trying to show Kelly which one was making all the noise, because you can plug them into both ports and it'll just run at the same time. And I had to unplug the stock one so that you could not hear that one. That's pretty cool. That thing's quick, much quicker than the stock one. I mean, it's definitely quick. But anyway, we're gonna do a little goodbye. Hopefully it's not 22 degrees out there tonight, and we'll see you guys when we get out there. That's pretty cool. Love it. Well, hello there, YouTube. It's only been about 15 minutes since we were talking last. So I just wear, this is just my bum around the house. I go, well, it's not as cold tonight. I look, as I'm about to walk out the door, yeah, 2 degree difference. It's 24 instead of 22. That's hecka cold.
Yes, it is very cool.
But it'll stay that way, and just 22 will be nothing.
Yeah.
You'll literally, I'll walk out to the shop with a t-shirt on.
It's weird
Crazy how
quick
quick you get used to it.
Yeah.
Well, earlier, towards the end of last year, it was in the teens for like several nights.
Yeah.
Just got used to it. It's like, we'll never survive in this.
That's why it feels.
Same with the heat. You just acclimate to it and just move on. Anyway, I'll have that. I got the switch and everything in that Spyder. I just got get all the body work and stuff on it, and you need to get it up there and get the sprocket put on it too. I forgot that's part of that recall. I turned around and seen that box the other day, and I'm going, man, I should have rushed faster through this thing. That's okay. We'll get her done tomorrow.
Yeah.
But anyway, on a 24 degree evening, I think we're going to bail out on you.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. Good Lord, hump day already tomorrow.
I know it. Yay.
Hump day, yay?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you then.
We'll see you in the morning.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.